ROM storage media is one of the memories used in making firmware. Explain two advantages of this media. So, ROM is read-only memory. And ROM is the one that is mostly used in storing the computer firmware. Firmware is like the BIOS instructions in the computer. The software that helps the computer in booting up. So the reasons why we use ROM in making firmware is because of the following advantages of ROM. It is non-volatile. It is non-volatile. Non-volatile means it does not lose the contents, the data contents when power goes off, and thus it cannot be accidentally changed. So in case there is a blackout, whatever is in ROM remains intact. It is not lost like in the case of RAM. Because when you are using a computer and you have not saved your work, and after that when the power goes, you find that you don't have the whatever you had done in the computer. It is because when you are working in the computer, the data currently that you are working on is stored in RAM, and the RAM is volatile or it is temporal. So when power goes, it loses the contents, but it is not the case of ROM. ROM, when the power goes, the content remains. That is why it is used for storing the very important instructions that help the computer in operation and in booting. Then the other reason is ROM are less expensive than RAM. Also, it is read-only, and read-only memories are good for storing software that is rarely changed during life of the system, like firmware. So these memories like ROM, you can only read the content, but you cannot modify the content. And because of that, it is preferred in storing softwares that are not changed anyhow. Then the other reason is that data stored in ROM cannot be electronically modified after manufacture of the memory device. So it remains there intact. It cannot be affected by electrical signals. So those are reasons why we use ROM for making firmware.